this going to be the
okay with that?
last
Okay.
live of the season?
No. There's
got
going to be
one more?
one more. We don't know who's going to be on it. Figure that shit out. But we're back, right? What if I just started like every single episode like we're back
We're back.
Yeah, and we're back. Like from a break that never happened.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's like, we made another one. We did it.
We're back.
And we're back.
We did it.
Got another one going.
After so
We made one.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching a live chat with Drift. I'm your host, Sergio Galeano, and I'm joined by Thomas Keller.
Hi.
How you doing, man?
Fantastic. I didn't realize we were rolling.
We're rolling.
Here we are.
We're rocking and rolling.
We are. Rolling.
Wow. This is weird. I normally only get to hear you guys from in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, would you look at that?
Would you look at that?
Yeah.
So, in case you guys didn't know, for the real fans,
For the deep cuts?
Ben, for the first time on camera, always behind it.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I
Ben Weiss.
always thought like these things were chill and so like laid back that from the artist's perspective it would just be like roll in, play your songs, leave. But like it's a little nerve wracking.
Yeah.
Nervous. All these cameras.
Oh, this is horrifying.
Yeah.
3 cameras on at once, and we have Matt over here.
Yeah, I feel like I'm an experiment or something.
All eyes are on you right now.
This is the
This
greatest.
is the
human
internet. A lot of angry YouTubers out
The
there.
band?
Great band though.
Yeah.
I missed them when they came.
Is that Steve
I really
Lacy?
like Odd Future.
Oh.
Yeah.
Brockhampton, real good stuff.
yeah, exactly.
Yo, Saturation 3, pretty good.
Yeah,
That's what I hear.
So
True.
Drift. Let's talk
That's
about
us.
Drift for a second.
Cool.
When was Drift a thing? How did it come to be?
So I guess Drift started by myself. When did Guitar Hero 3 come out?
I want to say 2006.
Well, you know
Yeah.
how you make your own band,
2006.
right? And you like tour, whatever. So in like the intro screen, there's like a picture of like a convertible with the top down and like blood dripping from it, and it's so cool. So I was like, gonna name it Blood Drive.
Oh,
But then I was like, wait a second, that's already a thing. So I was just like, I'll call it Drift. And then
a little bit of a leap, but all right.
years later, yeah, a little bit of a leap. Years later in high school, I was really trying to put a band together, and nobody wanted to be in a band with me. Surprise. And so I started like picking up recording, which is how I got into audio engineering. And I started calling this stuff Drift. And then when I got to Drexel, I put the guys together. We've had a couple lineup changes since,
Yeah,
but
it was pretty different at first.
I think we've got it solid now.
I agree. It was just me and you though at first. Well, it was just you at first.
It was me and Ryan before it was me and you.
Oh, you're right.
Because like we got together one night in his like dorm room in Myers. What's the big Race?
Race Hall at Drexel, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I like saw his pedal board and his guitar, and he played me something, and I was like,
Ooh.
this man thinks the same things I think.
Ryan touches
like,
turns to gold.
This guy, he's got it.
The evolution of Drift, the lineup is a little bit interesting because I feel like usually with bands, like they'll keep the core rhythm section and then
Yeah.
like sort of the auxiliary
Well, we're
parts
all
will get
rhythm
traded
section.
off. We are, but we've gone through 3 drummers at this point.
Whoa.
That's true. Our first drummer was like a pop drummer,
Mhm.
so like we were definitely a bit more poppy then. But then we got
It informed our sound as we changed drummers and
yeah,
changed
for
members.
sure. We changed to like a jazzier drummer, and now
Yeah.
we've got Tristan, who's like, I mean, totally jazz capable, but also like heavy.
Yeah.
And I think it suits us.
Well, let's get into your influences, because I get like all kinds of influences from you
Right.
guys.
Yeah.
Like it's
Mhm.
super catchy, poppy,
Yeah, and
jazzy.
Yeah, and especially that jazz, like it's this kind of crazy flutter you guys got going,
Yeah.
and also just strikes down. Like,
I mean, we're all fans of music that's a little out there.
Yeah.
The way I really put the band together was I don't want to be that person who's like Radiohead's the best band in the world, but they're kind of my favorite band.
Yeah,
and
Radiohead were definitely what we were all bonding over at first.
do like a
I
subtle
think when we
fandom.
jammed to Weird Fishes in the studio
Yeah,
that one time,
yeah.
that's when everything sort of came together, and we were
that's
like, yes.
honestly, that's how I like decided who to ask
Yeah.
to be in the band. I was like, everybody in the band's favorite band needs to be Radiohead.
pledge your loyalty to Tom York right now. Johnny Greenwood.
Blood Oaths, Blood.
But we do, our influences do range.
Yeah, they're all over the place. We were all Foo Fighters fans as youngins.
Oh yeah.
We
Years
love
past.
90s rock.
Well,
Obviously, you can definitely hear it.
I think
in
it was the
there.
last session we had. You were going through the My Chemical Romance old hits.
baby.
Yeah, and Ryan and Henry have the shoegaze influence. They have a lot
Oh,
of great
yes.
guitar
And
pedals.
Tesselation.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, they're just better drift. Honestly. But the way we sort of came upon our sound is like we all love complicated music and we all love pop music, and we wanted to sort of just find a way to be in like an indie rock poppy band where we could still kind of like have like modal shifts and like, you know, some like polyrhythms, just like
I think we just
have
wanted to have
fun.
fun.
Yeah, because we're all musicians. Like we've all been playing forever, and so to just like play power chords and like sing regular melodies and like not have anything change is really boring to us.
Yeah, I mean, there's a place for that in our hearts, I think. But
Yeah.
for this project, we like experimenting with the different time changes and, you know, the jazz chords and everything.
I mean, I don't know about Ryan and Henry and Tristan, but I know we grew up on Green Day and Fall Out Boy.
Yeah. We also
So,
went
like-
through that phase in middle school.
Oh yeah.
So that definitely informed our musical background. But
Yeah. I mean,
these days, it's more about the jazz.
I have that one part where I scream.
That one part. And that one song.
part.
Yeah,
It is
forget it.
Yep. No, God. We're going to be another totally not emo Philadelphia band that gets labeled as emo because we're from Philadelphia.
We aren't post-hardcore either.
Yeah, we're trying to cut down on the amount of screams per song or screams per record.
Oh, yeah. And the way Drift really started was I did a record by myself in my basement, like in high school. And that record had a ton of power chords and screaming on it. And it's totally not on the internet anymore. Like, it's gone. You can't find it if you want to.
You can message me and I can send you some files.
Don't try. Actually,
Slide in my DMs, please.
I might have it on like another separate Bandcamp.
The deep cuts, some forgotten.
I might have it on like my own personal
Yeah, maybe
Bandcamp.
we'll bring some of them back in completely different
It's like
forms.
Honestly,
but for Bandcamp.
Whatever we're gonna do, we can't use those recordings because it's gonna ruin my career as an audio engineer. Like, I had the worst microphones in my
We've come a long way.
concrete basement.
We've come a long way.
With my like $300 drum
so.
kit.
But all right, let's move on to why you're on the show. Because I mean, truthfully, I know for a very long time.
Because you know me, Serge.
Well, I wanted to bring you guys on the show since I met you, really. And I
but
saw
it was
you guys
too soon after Tessellation.
That's the thing. It was a super like weird time. And I saw you after that show, and then I was like, you should. I mean, you were so. It was really
What
cool.
show?
It was
Battlefest?
No.
Amplefest.
No. You know where? You know what show it was? It was
Was it like
Dan's when.
Cosmos?
No, I was at Cosmos.
We never played at the Tip.
No. It was Cosmos last show.
Yeah, it was the Mike Pays Heat last
Right.
show.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a fun show.
and it was awesome. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was a
cool.
great show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Like,
was
all the bands
That was
were
probably the
on
last time I did mosh. That was a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh. Like, I mean, I don't really like emo music,
No.
but like,
But that was blast.
Oh my
That
God.
So
was good.
that show
They
was
were all so
amazing,
good.
and I mean, you know, I just wanted to talk about DIY shows in general right now, because, you know, for everyone who doesn't know, we are actually planning our first live show ever.
Live,
And
Love, Live.
Live, Love, Live, in benefit of the School District of Philadelphia. 21 and over at Ruba Club, May 25th. So get your tickets or support us on Indiegogo. Because we're still trying to figure out how to fund the thing. But it'll happen, and it's going to be great.
Serge, I think I've got like $15 in my wallet.
yeah.
We don't have any dining dollars.
But you're going to be helping us out that day too, and you know, it's going to be a really
What
cool
day
time.
is it again?
May
Friday.
25th, yeah.
We'll talk.
It's fine. I don't have classes on Friday. We're good.
And yeah, so I wanted to get your guys' opinion on the whole process, because I know for me, it's a nightmare to create my own show. And I understand that for many of you don't know, DIY bands often have to book their own shows.
Yeah, we've
let's-
definitely booked a few of our shows.
Oh, really?
We don't book all of them. I wouldn't even say we book most of them, but
Yeah. Well, a lot of our classmates are specifically like doing the whole booking thing. So we're sort of like letting them take the reins on that sometimes. But there are definitely times when we have to book our own things. I remember at first, like when we were starting out, we kind of didn't know how it worked, and we were like reaching out to real venues and stuff, and we were learning pretty quickly that that's not really how it works.
Yeah,
and
like if
you can't just slide in at the first Unitarian.
R5 Productions and you're like, hey, we're all right. And if a band drops and you need somebody, let us know. Like, they won't even respond to you.
No, they don't give you the time of day.
No.
Whoa.
And like their bands aren't that good.
But luckily for us here in West Philly, kind of like the basement show scene is thriving.
Yeah.
And in Philly in general.
Yeah, I feel like the people, at least a lot of like our friends from the program and like outside of the program who support Philly DIY go to way more DIY basement shows than they do like full production, like record label signed band shows.
Right.
Have you guys been to any shows like any other parts of the city, like the North Philly basement shows and stuff? Because I've been to some, like kind of bounce around, and there's definitely like different scenes just within.
My first couple of basement shows actually were shows I played by myself in like North Philly basements.
Was that the Nest?
Oh, not you guys been to the Nest?
My first two were at a place that's not a thing anymore called the Hippie Dust Den, which was a sober vegan acoustic venue. So it was super chill, like not your typical North Philly studio or basement show experience. And then, I played the Nest once.
Oh, yeah. The first time I walked into the Nest, it was just a haze of cigarettes and
The first time I walked into the Nest, I was like, this is rock and roll. Like, this is what rock and roll is. And then, like, the third time I was there, I was like, man, I feel so dirty.
They're not the most glamorous venues.
It's interesting. Promoting those shows is always a challenge.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you're going to a house. It's like literally just an address.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a name to it, but it's not on the door. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And people aren't putting their addresses out on Facebook.
No. And so you have to rely on like Facebook pages.
And then you have to rely on like person to person, like people telling their friends where the show is.
It's a super weird way of doing it. It's a world without Ticketmaster. Imagine that. Like,
it is weird, but it works, I think, because we have this network of people who like, no matter what show you want to go to, like there's bound to be only 1 or 2 degrees of separation between you and the person who's running that venue. Like, I feel like we have mutual friends with pretty much everybody who's running shows at this point.
Yeah.
So it's like not super hard to like go on Facebook and reach out to like the people who are actually running the shows themselves.
Yeah, definitely.
And typically they're pretty responsive too.
Yeah, like it always feels like seeing members of the DIY. Everyone's kind of just has like on like the same level. I guess how to say it. It looks like everyone's so cool with each other. Everyone's friends. Like. Yeah,
there are definitely like very few bands in the DIY scene that have that kind of air of like, oh, like I'm better than you, or like. We're on
it's very
tour.
all down to
like
earth.
We just played a basement show in Maryland. We're better than you. Like
most bands are very
people
humble
are just
and gracious.
they're just there to play their songs and have fun.
Yeah,
cool.
Well, hey, tell us about the fact that it seems as though that you're not necessarily into live shows. That's what you were telling me earlier.
Yeah, I go to school for audio engineering, and I'm like really passionate about making records. We're making a record.
Yeah.
But anyway,
when is that, by the way? Let's plug it right now.
So we're done tracking.
Oh, great.
I still gotta like comp and mix the whole thing. But probably like a month or 2.
So you're doing the whole record yourself.
Oh yeah, we're doing it all ourselves.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
you make this show sound incredible, so
Thank you.
I wouldn't trust anyone else with it anyway.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing a lot of the grunt work of like editing and stuff in my room, like with my laptop. It's not like a big fancy thing, but we're definitely gonna go into like our nicest studio and like mix and master it all proper when it's all edited and chopped together and whatever.
Okay. But you prefer recorded music as opposed to experiencing it there?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You and I differ on that, my friend.
When I hear a record, most of the time I'm thinking like, wow, this just sounds so good.
Yeah.
Like, this is exactly how I want everything to sound. I can hear everything. It's beautiful. And then when I go to a show, I'm just like, oh, God. Like, all I can hear is the kick. Like, what? Like, what?
That's just a bad live mix, then.
And guitars seem like all that I'm hearing is, like, above 2K. It's just like that frequency that makes your ear feel like it's going to explode. Like,
the whole body's vibrating.
yeah, like almost every show I've been to, except for maybe like 3 or 4, have just been mixed so poorly that alone is almost enough to like ruin the experience for me, let alone like the couple making out like literally on top of me, or like the sweaty guy pushing me, like
It's true.
or how much the show costs.
That kind of thing can ruin your experience of the music.
That's a shame.
Well, yeah.
I feel like shows are a lot of fun. I mean, just for me, I love going to shows. I've been to so many shows. I mean, I couldn't even count how many I've been to, but for me, it's like, even if it's a bad mix, or even if like there's somebody who's like pushing a little too hard, like you can use, like, there's just so much energy that's like tangible.
Yeah. I just kind of get
like
nervous.
The energy thing is a big thing though.
It is.
I
and
get
all
nervous
of you, like
around
all
groups
these
of
bodies
people.
are moving to like the same music, and you're all like resonating to the same thing.
I feel like once you get people in a group of more than like 4 or 5, like the group mentality just takes over.
Mob mentality.
Yeah,
It
like
does
mob,
take
mob
over,
mentality is
but it's
real,
not always bad.
and you have no idea what they're gonna do. Like,
Okay,
what if they
fair
all
enough.
get excited and like crush you up against the door of the Who concert and you die?
Yeah, but
concert.
you've never died at a gig. I've never died at a gig.
That's true. I haven't even
What are you
seen
so
anywhere
worried
close
about?
to that happen. I just like, I feel like when I'm at a show, everybody like knows that I'm not enjoying myself as much as I should. They're like, that kid doesn't look so thrilled
He
to
doesn't
be
look
here.
happy.
Like,
I think you're just
Screw
too in
him.
your head, man. You gotta just
I know,
relax.
I know. I
enjoy
can't.
yourself.
I can't.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I went to Festival Pier over the summer, and I saw.
Oh, why
I
would
saw
you do that?
Oh no, it was awful. I saw gorillas there, and
Wasn't it raining?
That might be like my
humid.
least favorite venue.
It was humid and it was packed, and you guys were talking about like survival of the fittest. Like, yeah, people were passing out and like dying and shit. Like,
Dying?
not dying, but like I saw people getting carted off, and I saw that, and I'm like, I have to get out of here. Like, this is.
Sometimes it can be too much.
I went to one Radio 104.5 block party at Festival Pier.
Oh wow.
And I saw it was either like the Head and the Heart or Bare Hands or like somebody.
Didn't like Portugal the Man do that?
One of the like horrible 104.5 bands.
Yikes.
And it was just another one of those situations where it was like the kick was so much louder than everything
Yeah.
else. The guitars just hurt, and it was just like drunk, underage, suburban white kids running all around
I feel like I have this similar
in
situation, like watching
Vineyard
movies.
Vines. That's not
like being
enjoyable to
like
me.
like being the person who can be behind the camera and understanding what goes into that kind of thing. Like, I have a different perspective when I go see a movie, so I feel like it's a similar thing for you, being behind the board.
I mean, whenever I'm listening to music, I'm always thinking about how it sounds.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like when I got here and started like going to school and like had the chance to sit in rooms with like tuned studio monitors that you can actually hear things on, kind of ruined lo-fi for me. Like,
bedroom pop, get that shit out
just do a better job.
Yeah.
True.
Like, the song doesn't have to
Just be
change at all.
good.
Like, if you want to put vinyl clicks and pops and stuff on it, that's cool. But
Yeah.
like, don't record at like
need the
8
fuzz.
or
I think it's
16
interesting
bit.
though
needs to
how
go through a potato
you're so
first.
like you're so against live performing, but we love performing live like ourselves.
I mean-
we have so much fun at every gig we play.
And I have a lot of fun at like the basement shows we go to. I feel like it's a much more like intimate and cozy kind of thing when it's like, you know, your friends or like people you see like passing you on the street or in your classes, and they're like, you know, people in bands you're friends with. I don't know, maybe it's just like a anxiety thing for
Maybe.
me. But
Well, either way, you do a great job on our show.
thank you.
Hell yeah,
And thank
dude.
you guys for coming.
Of course. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Because this is a really, really easy and nice one. I'm really glad we got to do this and like plug the show and plug your record. When do you think, what range? Fall? for it?
Maybe earlier.
Yeah, we definitely want it out in the summer.
Yeah.
Well, you guys,
Cool.
you said you're still working on, or you had the new single coming out.
Yeah. So
when's that?
The Light.
Yeah, The Light
So
is
good.
one of the tracks from the record. We're actually putting all the tracks on the EP we put out a year ago on the record.
Cool.
We're just gonna remix them a little bit.
Mm.
Yeah, The Light we're gonna try to have out on the 27th.
Okay.
Okay.
2 weeks, I guess.
Yeah, this is the last Friday of April.
At some point during,
Don't want to get lost
during
in the
this
420
release.
memes, you know.
Okay.
But I kind of want to retract my guitar because I'm not happy with it. I mean, that's
Such the perfectionist.
Yeah, that's
Strive for the
also the
glory.
struggle. Like when you're listening to a song over and over and over again, especially if you have a hand in it somehow.
You just
It's
keep
just-
hearing
yeah,
things
it's
that
just
you want
like,
to change
Man,
every single
like,
time.
This sucks, and like you show it to somebody, and they're like, "This is great."
I think that's a good mentality to have, though, because
True.
that we keep pushing ourselves
Yeah.
to, just be that little bit better each time.
Yeah, no, I mean, my goal for this record is for it to sound like a AAA record. Like,
Yeah.
I know, like, probably not that many people are going to listen to it or care, but, like, I don't know. As, like, we're in school for
Right.
recording, so I feel like having a really good sounding record in our, like, portfolio, so to say, is going to be, like, really important for us down the road.
Mm.
I mean,
well, I'm
not,
gonna listen to it.
not that I don't like
Appreciate that.
love the band and stuff.
I'm gonna
we
listen
do.
to it, and I'm sure many of you out there will listen to it as well. We'll plug it everywhere.
Looking at you, Mom.
Please support us and follow these guys on
Oh, we're on everything. We're on Facebook,
Instagram.
Instagram.
Drift the Band, right?
Drift Philly.
Drift
I
Philly.
think.
On Bandcamp, we're Drift Philly.
Yeah, we
Okay.
might be Drift the Band on Instagram.
Yeah, I think we are.
I made a Twitter
You
for
did?
myself. It's called Drift Ben.
Okay.
It's for like
Good.
some stupid publicity
Right.
music class we had to take. They're like, you all have to make Twitters. I think I posted like 2 things, and it was like, I
Well,
don't like
yeah.
this band, and
Oh,
like
Ben.
The Live Sound
Yeah, I
Twitter
mean-
isn't the best either, but go ahead and follow us anyway at Live Sound Group on everything as well. Follow these guys anywhere they are.
yeah, I post like maybe once a month.
Definitely keep a lock on May 25th, and I'd like to thank the Indiegogo supporters who have supported us thus far. And please stay tuned for the next one. Thank you for watching.
Good looks.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.